Assalamualaikum and very good evening to my fellow audience and our beloved lecturer, Madam Fauzi Hanif Ahmad Shari. So, how are you guys today? I hope all of you in a what we call ping of health. So, how do you feel today? You feel hot? You feel cold? So I thought you hot. Okay. So we have an air conditioner to keep you cold. So you don't have to sweat. You won't sweat in a place with an air conditioner. But I think all of you know that air conditioner emits CFC. Because of the systems, it uses carbon to make it work. So this CFC caused air pollution in Malaysia. So did you know that in Europe they face the same issue in terms of air pollutions, but because of the heater. We use an air conditioner here because we want to keep us cold. They use a heater in Europe to keep them warm. Especially during the winter, if they don't have any heater, then I don't think they will die because the temperature can reach until a negative level. So it's very important to have a heater in every building, in every house. So it's quite sad for homeless in a Europe country because it's very hard for them to live during that kind of weather and temperature. So today, I would like to tell all of you the causes. What caused the carbon emission in Europe? Since I would like to share a little bit my experience in Glasgow about 3 weeks ago. Okay, where we have a campus visit to University of Glasgow. Okay, so during the campus visit, we've been take to see the buildings there. So we see a few buildings, and then the student ambassador told us that this black spot that they have on the building is not because of the aging of the building, because most of the buildings there age about 200 to 300 years old. So I thought the black spots because of the time. But it is not actually, it is because of the carbon. Okay, and are you shocked? Okay, me too. I was very shocked when she told us that because carbon is a big issue or crucial issue also in Europe. They are doing research to how to encounter this problem because they want to preserve the ancient, the uniqueness and the beautiful building. They want to keep the original looks. So, but they have to use a heater as well to keep the building warm. So they are doing hard on their part also to take this as what I can say a big issue or big things to take care of. So usage of heater is one of the causes of the carbon emission, and the second one is there's a lot of public transport in Europe. They have many buses. It's not like Malaysia. They have very efficient public transport system. They have more than 10 lines for subway or metro, or we call here LRT, and they got a lot of taxi also. Because most of the citizens in Europe use public transport, especially in very busy city like London and Paris. So it's easier to move with public transport rather than using own car. But they still got many of them use own car, own vehicle because they don't want to wait or they have a family. So it's more comfortable to to ride in their own vehicle. So, I think you know that a vehicle emits a carbon monoxide, right? So this carbon monoxide is also carbon that give the effect to carbon emission. This is also issue in Malaysia. I think it's an issue everywhere because we use a vehicle um, to move, right? So if we don't have any vehicle, it's very hard because we have a time constraint, we have energy constraint, so we need that to to make our daily activities easier. So this is the two big causes that cause a carbon emission in Europe especially. So for the next part, my friend Satira will tell you about the effort that have been done to overcome this problem. So I would like to please my partner to proceed.
Okay, hello everyone. So basically, I am presenter number 2, and my name is Nur Atira binti Badru Hisham. Okay, so I have no experience going to Europe country, and I've done like so many research about this topic because it is my first time hearing the carbon emission in Europe. How about you guys? Is it your first time or have you guys familiar with this topic? So if you're not familiar, so you're the same ship with me. Okay. So um, we have heard that presenter number 1, Shafiza, has explained briefly about what is carbon emission and the causes of it. So I'm sure that we are familiar of this issue now, and I would like to deliver my presentation, which is the steps that have been taken to reduce the air pollution occurred from the carbon emission in Europe. Okay, so what's the management have took, the actions, the steps. Okay, so firstly, they took policies action. What is meant by policies action? Okay, like Europe country has a association which is Europe Europe Union, which is EU. Okay, under Kyoto Protocol. Okay, EU is a association which include lot of Europe states in it. They collaborate in an association, like an agreement for them. Okay, so they have signed an agreement under Kyoto Protocol to reduce this carbon emission. Okay, and few of the agreements, which is okay, EU. So I'll speak EU instead of Europe Union because I'll tell only the the abbreviation of it. Okay, EU has launched the biggest carbon trading market in the world. Okay, which means the biggest carbon trading market. Most factories, they are allowed to purchase a limited number of carbons only. Okay, which is when they want to purchase carbon, they are allocated how many carbons they should have. Okay, like factory A will have 10, as example, 10 carbon for factory A, and factory B also 10 carbon. They cannot purchase more than that. Okay, this is an agreement that they have done, and if they do not use overall of the carbon, like they use 5 out of 10 carbons only, so the other 5 they can sell it back to any firms and they will gain profit from this. So this is actually one of the steps that have been taken to reduce carbon emission and also air pollution. Okay, and then like we see, okay, if any airlines, any airplanes that take off or land in the Europe country, okay, they will be required to buy carbon permits. Okay, carbon permits to offset emission from their flights. This is quite um, this this happened quite a long time, and there are few objections from other countries, as they said this violates the international law. But this is already, I mean, like, has it is already a valid agreement that Europe has to do anything, and it has been a rule in Europe country. So they still, um, but they still, I mean, like, they still have the right to allow other countries to buy their carbon permits. Okay, and then like the second one is promotion of electricity from renewable energy. Okay, we are very familiar about this. We are familiar about renewable energy. What is renewable energy? It is like solar, wind, and also the organic, the natural environment. Okay, we are familiar about this, but we never have a good uh, ex- exposure about this. We are do not do this inside. Okay. Okay, and then the second one is promotion of electricity from renewable energy. Okay, like we have known, we are very familiar about this renewable energy. Renewable energy is something like solar, wind, and other natural environment. Okay, um, so the improvement that the management have done towards the transportation, as example, okay, they replace the fossil fuels with biofuels. Okay, what is biofuels? Biofuels is biomass. What is biomass? Biomass is a matter that is derived from the animal or plants, which is organic things. So this will reduce carbon emission. Okay, and with additional of some renewable energy into the um, uh, addition of renewable energy into the fossil fuels, into the carbon mix, so this will cut off the carbon emission in Europe country. Okay, and the most substitute fuel is coal, COAL, coal. Okay, and what other improvement that they have made? Okay, other improvement is they mix the biofuels with diesel or gasoline. Okay, this is also one way, because maybe we cannot use overall the biofuels, because it is limited and it is in small portion, right? And also they make subsidies for distribution and use of biofuels, and also the tariffs on imported biofuels to protect the domestic producer. Okay, um, as I've done my research, and based on FISA's explanation and FISA's experience there, they also use a lot of hybrid and electric cars to reduce the emission. Okay, we have learned that in Malaysia also there is usage of hybrid car, but not a lot of people choose to use hybrid car. Alright. So the second one to um, okay. So the second point that I have, the steps that have been taken by the management in Europe is usage of low carbon transition. This is a very crucial thing. They limit the usage of carbon, which is the effect to their country, is their country now is more friendly and more eco-friendly and less energy consuming. Okay, and what is very interesting about this is all sectors need to contribute. So it is fair and square for all sectors in Europe country. Okay, what they've done? What they've done to lower their carbon transition. Okay, they're refurbishing old buildings to improve the energy efficiency. Okay, uh, based on my readings, it is quite shock for me as I discovered new buildings required only like 3 to 5 liters of um, heating oil. But older buildings, ancient buildings, they required almost 25 to 60 heating oils, liters of heating oils average per day. So it is a very waste to use the old buildings, and they have the full what full um, full advantage, and so they can refurbish all the old buildings into the new one. Okay, and they substitute the electricity and renewables for fossil fuels. They, like I said earlier, they substitute the fossil fuels, which is very high uh, in carbon emission, very highly polluted to the environment. Okay, they substitute in their cooking, heating, and also cooling in everything that they do. And also passive housing technology in new building. What does this mean? Okay, this means that EU countries, they establish specified schemes for heating and air conditioning system, which means they have done the lower their carbon emissions. So when they want to create new buildings or what, they have the specific schemes or agreement on how they want to put up the air conditioner, the heater. Okay, so all these new buildings will be zero energy buildings, which is very good to their environment and to the world environment too. Okay, and EU government, they will only purchase buildings which is highly energy efficient. So basically, we see that all people, the citizens, the authorities support the um, lower usage in carbon in Europe. So, like, I think that Europe has done a really good things that other countries should follow. And why not we apply this thing to our country too, Malaysia? As we can see nowadays, Malaysia is not having a good weather too. Like we have very hot, like the El Nino, the haze. It has going really bad now. So to improve, I think it's not a crime for our government to maybe invest maybe quite a lot of money, but in return we will receive a really huge benefit for this thing. And uh, we have reached the conclusion, and in order to conclude, I would like to end it with a quote by one of the executive director from the EU association. He said that one of the most greatest success of Europe is renewable energies. So if everyone take advantage in using the renewable energies, so we can cut down the emission and creating new jobs. So I think it gives quite a lot of impacts, and the meaning is quite deep. So we both agree that carbon emission need to be lowered and need to be taken into actions. in order to conserve our world and our earth. So that's all from us.
Thank you.
Thank you.